Hello and welcome to a very special live stream. We are live today on a number of channels, EVs and Beyond, New Zealand Auto Car, Auto Trader and BYD's own social media for the announcement of pricing of the BYD Sealion 8. Now, joining me is Warren Willmot, Country Manager for BYD. Warren, thanks for joining us.
Welcome to the dealership.
Thank you. Now, we are here at your flagship dealership, I guess, to talk about what you see as your flagship vehicle going forward.
Definitely our flagship car, the Sealion 8. It's a thing of beauty.
And it's a flagship. I've always seen BYD as a bit of an electric car brand. This isn't really an electric car you're going to have as your flagship.
No, this is our super hybrid, but this is what we call DMI version 5. So this is our 5th generation hybrid technology and the very first of generation 5 in New Zealand. So very, very fuel efficient. And you can run this car mostly on EV most of the time.
Well, that's the question I was going to ask. You know, people know me as a bit of an electric car guy. How electric would you say the Sealion 8 is?
Well, it's also running our latest generation 2-blade battery. So look, the NEDC figure is 152 k's range on EV mode only, and an additional 1,000 kilometers in hybrid mode. In the real world here in New Zealand, you're probably looking about 130 k's on pure EV range.
Great. So here's the plan. We're going to go for a walk around the vehicle, have a look, try and squeeze into the third row maybe, we'll see. And then at the end, we're going to be available for questions. So do feel free to ask questions in the comments as we go, but save out the big ones for when Warren or I are back at our computers at the end, and we'll answer those directly. And there'll also be BYD staff in the comment sections, hopefully helping people out with any other questions or even maybe taking deposits from
We'll be taking deposits from right now.
Fantastic. Right. Well, let's have a look at the Sealion 8. And it's a big one. I mean, where does this sit in the market? What would you compare this size-wise? Is this a large SUV, a medium SUV?
This is definitely a large SUV, so you've got to think the direct competition for this car would be a Toyota Highlander, a Hyundai Santa Fe, a Kia Sorento, that sort of car.
So that big, typical kind of family SUV lifestyle vehicle.
Mono construction, more used on the road, but we also have these available in all-wheel drive, and it does go off-roading, more so soft-roading.
So, I mean, how big is it over? Just give people some context. Over 5 meters?
Absolutely, just a tad over 5 meters, so 5040 millimeters. So with BYD, the number associated to the car, so in this case it's 8, the bigger the number, the bigger the car. So obviously we've got Sealion 7, which is a full battery electric. This is Sealion 8, it's a bigger car.
So for those who are expecting kind of an Outlander competitor, this is not. This is the next step up.
This is a lot bigger.
Right. Okay, great. Let's start over the front of the car and have a look around there. So we have a BYD face we've become pretty familiar with now.
The dragon face.
The dragon face. These LED lights along here, more headlights down there. Of course, plug-in hybrid, so no frunk. The day someone can put a frunk in a plug-in hybrid, I'll be really impressed.
Yep, no frunk. This is a this got the 1.5 BYD engine in it. It's very, very thermally efficient, so cranking out quite a lot of horsepower out of that petrol engine as well.
Specifically?
233 kilowatts, I think, combined. When you've got the electric motors and the petrol engine working together, it's 359 kilowatts in the performance versions.
Right, I think the range starts about 210 kilowatts for the front-wheel drive version.
That's right. So we've got 3 grades. So dynamic 2-wheel drive, and then dynamic all-wheel drive with a performance, and then premium all-wheel drive with a performance. Yep, so 359 kilowatts and 675 newton meters of torque.
Whoa, what's that, 0 to 100?
4.9 seconds in the performance models. So it's pretty quick. For such a heavy vehicle, it drives so well. And
yeah, I think 3.2 tons at the...
That's a GVM.
GVM, yeah.
So if that's getting up to ute territory in terms of gross vehicle mass. But what's surprising is that this is still a massively efficient vehicle. So if the state of charge is over 25%, your average fuel consumption is about 1 litre per 100 kilometres.
Wow. And of course, that 100 odd K of electric only.
Correct. Yep. Of course, if you never charge it, and with our plug-in hybrids, you never actually have to charge them. The fuel usage is a little bit more. So if you say if your battery is under 25%, in hybrid mode, the fuel figure is about 5.3 litres per 100, which is still very efficient for such a big, heavy vehicle.
Yeah. Now, the entry level is front-wheel drive. The other two are all-wheel
drive. Yeah.
Now, they are both essentially electric motor driven, and the petrol engine kind of just does the generating.
Yep. Although, under heavy acceleration, there is a clutch that engages, and then all 3 of those motors can work together to move the car along, which is where you get that big torque, big power.
Fantastic. Now, tell us about the battery. Is it the same battery across the range, or do they live different levels of battery?
So the entry level one has a smaller battery. The bigger one has a 36 kilowatt hour battery, I think. So giving you more range. Yeah. I think for most people, the volume of this car is going to be in that mid-spec, the all-wheel drive performance, what we call dynamic.
And you can DC charge it?
You can. So on the DMP models, DC fast charging at 74 kilowatts. And on AC, it's 3-phase, so up to 11 kilowatts on an AC charger.
Right. That's pretty good. I mean, you consider 74 kilowatts on a 36 kilowatt hour battery. That's going to give you a pretty good...
Yeah, it's not a huge battery, but it will certainly charge very fast. So, yep.
And of course, vehicle to load, pretty much a BYD given.
Absolutely. Vehicle to load is given on all of our products, and maybe in early 2027 or maybe late 2026, we might even see vehicle to grid come on all our cars. So that's in the works.
Wow, wow. And I see there's a panel there for radar, ADAS, all the usual stuff on it.
All the usual ADAS. So this has been designed to hit 2026 NCAP 5-star. No, it hasn't been given it just yet, but we're anticipating that that result when it gets tested later this year. And to hit 5 stars in 2026, you also have to have e-call or emergency call. So these cars will be fitted with that feature as well.
Let's come around the side. Those wheels are bloody huge.
21-inch.
But there's something trick underneath of these, isn't there? Can you tell me about DSYS C?
Yeah, DSYS is our suspension or chassis control. So basically, the suspension can dampen within milliseconds. So it gives you a very, very stable, comfortable ride. This car is so beautiful to drive, and I can't wait till you get behind the wheel and try it yourself, Richard.
Right, fantastic. And if we come along here, pop-out door handles. So probably not in the next generation if the news out of China is true.
No, we'll see.
Are the privacy windows standard?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you see on this car is standard. I will preface this by saying this is our first pre-production sample unit. Our real cars, production cars, are being manufactured today, actually.
And as a dad, I can see this rear door is very, very long and large. See how wide it opens. Oh, yeah. Yeah, parents, that's a nice wide opening door for getting the kids in now. We'll look at the interior in a minute. Fuel flap or charging flap on this side?
Fuel flap on this side, so we need to open that.
We don't need to see a fuel flap. It's fine. If we come around the back, we have these tail lights. Is there a name for this design? Because we've seen it now on the Dolphin.
So that's based on the Chinese knot.
Right, yeah.
So those are the design cues, yeah. And actually the panels are based on the Chinese landscape. So dragon face, Chinese landscape, and Chinese knots, yeah.
Yes, yes. Great, yeah, so that's really cool. Big BYD badging across the back. Build Your Dreams have been gone for a while, which I'm always disappointed with. CUI and 8 badging there. And let's pop this boot. And we'll keep in mind this is a 3-row vehicle, so the 3rd row boot is never going to be that big, but that's not terrible. That's a couple of airline cases or some soft bags in there.
Well, that's right, and you've also got the 50-50 split in the 6th and 7th position, so lots of storage options. And of course, all the seats fold down flat too, so you have up to...
Let's fold these down. You know, a lot of the time these are treated as occasional. So with those down, that's a fairly spacious boot. Tow rating?
Yes, so rated at 2 tonne.
2 tonne. Across the range?
Yes, correct. Yep, 750 unbraked, 2 tonne braked. So bearing in mind this is a monocoque construction.
But that's pretty competitive too, the vehicle you mentioned before.
Absolutely, it's staying on in the market, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, fantastic. Cool. Right, that's the boot. Oh, I'll flip under here.
Yep, luggage blind and your emergency tools.
That, if cameraman can come and have a look, is handy. There's nothing worse than not having anywhere to put your luggage blind when you're out loading something big into the back of a car, particularly in a car like this where you can't really use it when it's folded up anyway. Subwoofer over there, 12-volt power port. Yeah, tie downs, pretty good boot area. Right, let's go have a look inside. Now, before we get Warren in here, I did squeeze a member of the Autocar team in the back. He fits, but to be fair, it's probably not the biggest back seat in class, but it's pretty big, and he tells me there's lots of headroom. There's also cup holders and a few other niceties back there as well. And probably a little bit of work to be done on the folding rear seat mechanism as well, but overall, the quality of the interior is pretty good. Right, let's get him out and Warren in. Jumping into the 2nd row. This is a pretty spacious place to be. I think there's enough room for 3 adults in here.
Absolutely.
Across the back. What else have we got in here? We got full glass roof.
Yeah, so this is 2.9 meters for the moonroof. It's fantastic. In the top of the line model, you get genuine leather. The dynamic models have synthetic leather. All of these seats back here have ventilated and heating in them. And the seats that you and I have also got massaging.
I know, I just pushed the button, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there it is. Armrest.
Armrest with some cup holders, yeah.
Cup holders.
Mm-hmm.
We have control for ventilation across the back here, and we have some USB-C charging, grab handles. Wife loves a grab handle. Coat hooks, vents there, rather at the bottom, which I guess is good, close to the face.
You know how I said it had 21-inch wheels?
Yes.
The performance models also have 21 speakers.
Wow.
In this car as well.
Okay. And yeah, it's got the speaker vents in the roof too, which is something I've seen coming through in a lot of Chinese cars lately. I'm guessing it's just getting that sound a little bit closer to you rather than pumping sound into your leg. Yeah. And ambient lighting, of course.
Absolutely.
Right. Pretty good back seat. I don't want to leave because of the massage, but let's go to the front row.
They've got massages there too.
Okay, cool. Right.
Welcome to the cockpit.
Yes. This has the old welcome home seat sliding me forward now. Is that memory off the key, I'm guessing?
It does have memory, but also memory settings in the infotainment system as well, which I will tell you is 15.6 inches and a 10-inch driver display and a huge heads-up display.
Does this spin?
No, it doesn't.
So BYD are moving away from the spinning screens, aren't they?
Correct.
Okay, right. Now, one thing I've noticed up here, and we didn't practice this, but that's a Google button.
Yes, this particular pre-production model has Google already pre-installed on here. So Google Maps, Google Assistant, and also the Play Store.
Ah, and that will be in the production cars as well?
Absolutely.
Wow, okay. So I can play my beach buggy racing.
Absolutely. Prime Video, you've got YouTube to download, YouTube Music, Spotify, all those sorts of things. Also, with all of these models, there is a 2 gigabyte data plan for private streaming. It lasts for 2 years, 2 gigabytes per month.
Okay. Anything else interesting in this that we may not have seen in other BYDs before in New Zealand?
Look, there's a few little tips and tricks on this one. So obviously you've got the Sentry mode on this car. We've also got, so Sentry mode. Haven't used it yet.
Yeah, yep.
You've got, under my car, you've got a whole lot of options here. So you've got SMS to the car, so text messages through to the car. Some baseless.
Oh, yeah, suspension settings there.
Suspension settings. And under scene mode. Yeah, scene mode. So you've got the choice between nap mode, camping mode, and screen wiping mode.
Well, screen wiping mode is just so you can clean the screen, but nap mode, I'm guessing...
You hit it, and let's have a go. So you can set how long you're going to have your nap for, 30 minutes.
I can't spare 30 minutes. Let's go with 5.
5-minute nap, and before you can start that,
all right, yep.
You can also choose what sort of sound you want when you have a nap.
Interstellar, I love that movie.
Interstellar. And then you just click start, and the windows are going to go up, and we're going to go for a little nap now.
Okay, anything else there? CarPlay, Android, all wireless, all ready to go.
That's right.
Gets over-the-air updates as you'd expect from any BYD.
Yep, and as you've seen with your ownership of your Atto 3, the cars improve over time, so there'll be lots of updates for these cars. Yep.
Same size screens across the range?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. The top of the line model gets a slightly bigger heads-up display.
Oh yes, there is a very big heads-up display.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
and of course the all-important SOS button up here as well.
Is this a video rear vision mirror?
No, it's not. But what you've got here, you've got the driver monitoring camera, and also the driver body monitor as well. So monitoring your driving position, picking up any of those fatigue, driver fatigue issues that might be happening.
Fantastic. Oh, great. Yeah. Looks like I just realized, looks like a very interesting rear vision mirror. It's frameless and yeah, pretty cool looking. And of course, oh, I must have closed the blind.
We were going for a nap. Yeah, so
yeah,
I wanted to make it
going
nice and
for a
dark
nap.
for you. Yeah.
Yes. No, great. Fantastic.
But all those other wonderful BYD things that you come to expect. So key fob, we also give you an NFC card. You've got digital key. Obviously, you've got the BYD app access as well. Soon we're going to be introducing digital road user charges. We're working with the government on that shortly.
Wow.
So yeah, it's look, this is just a fabulous car.
Great. Fantastic. I'm really looking forward to driving it. Yep, no ownership papers to give me one down there, or any giant check either. Right, let's jump out and you can tell us all about how much this thing costs.
Sounds good.
Right, so that is the BYD Sealion 8, your new flagship. Now, the moment has come. Run us through the range and the prices.
Absolutely. So we've got 3 models So we kick off with the Sealion 8 Dynamic DMI two-wheel drive. So DM stands for dual mode, I stands for intelligence. That's our entry-level model, starting at $74,990. That's on road costs.
Yes, and up from there?
Yep, then we move to the Dynamic all-wheel drive DMP for performance. That is $83,990.
And then the top spec one?
Top of the line shebang, here we go, the premium all-wheel drive DMP is $91,990.
Right. Now people can order them today at the
Absolutely.
link somewhere down below.
We are taking deposits as we speak. A lot of people have already registered their interest in this car. We are expecting our first shipment to arrive at the end of February. So first deliveries beginning March.
Right. And test drives from that February shipment.
Yeah, that's right. We only have the one example in the country at the moment, the pre-production one. So test drives will be as soon as they land. So you can sign up with a $500 fully refundable deposit, subject to a test drive.
Fantastic. Great. Right. Thank you so much for joining us, Warren. Now, Warren and I are going to hop over to our laptops and jump in the question and answer session. So look at a few pretty pictures of the car and we'll be back in about 10 seconds. Right. Good morning, Warren. Now, that is quite the looker of a car. Hope you're pleased with how that's come out. It was totally live. We've just run across to our office, of course.
Absolutely, it's very, very, very happy with that car. It's been driving well. We've only got 50 arriving on the first shipment at the end of February, and there's already been 20 people sign up with deposits already. So first shipment's going to go pretty quick.
Fantastic. And just to get an idea of the process, when you say, if we go to a website now, how is it that you do register your interest essentially? I mean, do you put your money down now? Do you just sign up and put...
Yep, so you can register your interest through the website and the dealer will contact you. All the information and specs are on the website. But the easiest thing is just to touch base with your local BYD dealer. We've got 16 showrooms around the country. They can take you through the process today.
Now, I am putting up in the top corner a QR code. So if you go and scan that QR code with your phone, that will take you to the register your interest page on the BYD website. And then you can go in there and go direct to the page for that car. Now, I just wanted to get an idea of how much of a market is there for vehicles this size in New Zealand. I mean, it seems like a very Kiwi vehicle, a 3-row SUV, isn't it?
Yeah, look, we've been asked for a 7-seater since we launched BYD. So Kiwis love their 7-seaters. I mean, I myself have a blended family. I've got between my partner and I, we have 4 kids. So having something with 7 seats makes a lot of sense. And look, the numbers speak for themselves. You've got very high performing competitive models in that space: Santa Fe, Sorrento, Highlander, those sorts of cars. So there's a real place in the market for this car, and the trick with it being a BYD is you've got very, very low fuel efficiency, fuel usage, and of course that vehicle load technology as well. So, we've just seen a massive weather event here in New Zealand, and that car can help you keep the lights on at home and the fridge is on and all that sort of stuff. So, we're very pleased to have a family wagon with all that brilliant BYD technology in it.
Mm. And in regards to mentioning vehicle to load there, and I've used vehicle to load in emergency situations before as well, as people have seen on the EVs and Beyond and Autocar social media. It comes with the leader standard?
Absolutely, yep. So you get a 3-pin charger and a vehicle to load cable as standard, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, I'm just going to go and put up some questions. This one's from Andy. What's the space like in the second row? Is there a flat floor?
Absolutely, yep. Complete flat floor. Yep. And you and I are not exactly the smallest people, and we were sitting in the back in that second row pretty well.
Yeah. For context, I'm 6 foot and God knows what. And I had no issue at all. No, my knees weren't rubbing against the seat in front. Plenty of seat room under the actual seat, which I think is an important aspect to have as well. And the second row is sliding, I think. Is that on all models?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just had a question text through to me, actually. What colours? So we've got dark aquamarine, ridge grey, aurora white, which is like that pearlescent white, and cosmos black. So 4 colours available at launch.
Yeah. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to ask a somewhat. I'm going to take a question from the crowd, which you have a very good answer to. Someone's mentioned it's a little bit more expensive than Australia.
Mhm.
That's always the case with any car in New Zealand. And do you just want to educate people why cars, particularly this type, are a little more
Yep.
expensive?
Well, there's a whole lot of factors. So, first of all, New Zealand's a completely separate country, completely separate market. So we have higher GST for a start. We have a completely different exchange rate. So we buy our cars from China. We pay in RMB. Exchange rates fluctuate, and there's also a volume game. So if you buy more, you get more discount from the factory. We're a very small market here, so things cost more in New Zealand. We've got high cost of infrastructure. We also, we also do this to make money as well. So we've got to keep the lights on, and we make sure we price these cars alongside the other cars in the market where it needs to sit. So I think you'll find, you could compare the price in the UK, you compare the price in China. If you compare the price of these cars to the other cars in the market, we are pretty damn competitive.
Dave Blythe, what colours will the interior leather, quote marks, be available in?
So we only have the one interior option at the moment, which is the black leather, which you saw in the video just there. And as I said in the live stream, the top of the line model has genuine leather. The dynamic models have synthetic leather, but just black at this point.
Yeah. And just a reminder, guys, we won't be here for too long, so any last questions, get them in really soon.
There's one more question that's just come in. How long if I put my deposit in now? Well, the first shipment, there are 50 cars. We've taken deposits for 20, so there's another 30 left off this first shipment. If you miss out on this shipment, we've got the following shipment. We've got cars arriving every month. So we're very lucky with BYD. These cars are produced in China, and the day that we order, 90 days later, the cars typically arrive in New Zealand. So we'll always have cars arriving not too far away. People won't have to wait months and months and months for this car.
Yeah, no, that's great. A question from Andy. Are the top models full-time all-wheel drive or as needed?
Full-time all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm. And could you just give us a reminder of how the DMI key, if I remember right, because there's more than one DMI, works in that car? Is it primarily the car is electric and the engine charges the battery, it does engagement?
The electric motor, so with all of our super hybrid technology, it all roughly works the same. The electric motors are always turning the wheels. So 100% of the time, the electric motors are always turning the wheels. And then there's the petrol motor. Now, the petrol motor has two generators on it. One generator powers the batteries and keeps them always at a minimum of 25%, so you never run out of battery power. The other generator powers the electric motors directly, right? And then under high acceleration, the petrol engine also has a clutch that can engage in the drivetrain. So when needed, under towing or heavy acceleration, you get all three, or the electric motors and the petrol motor, providing power to the wheels. But most of the time, everyday driving, it's just the electric motors turning those wheels.
Yeah. Great. Now, I'm just going to answer a comment there from the Bopper77. You're comparing it to a competitor. I think you're right. The car you mentioned is very good value, but I think you need to go and drive both. So I'd highly encourage people to go drive this car, drive the competitors. And from a seasoned motoring rider who honestly is not being paid to do this live stream, I think there's a big difference in those vehicles. A very big difference in those vehicles.
And there's also a difference in dealer quality and dealer network. I'm very proud of our dealer network. We have every single showroom has a dealer owner principal in the showroom. So any of our customers have an issue, they can go and talk to somebody who owns that business. We're a 100% Kiwi operated company, and we are very hot on customer service. So I'm also available and happy to talk to customers directly. You'll find me visiting showrooms around the country on a monthly basis on the showroom floor. And that is something, anybody can sell a car, but it's that backup and service and having somebody to talk to. And not forgetting we have a very good warranty with these cars, 6 years, 150,000 Ks, 8 years of roadside assistance. And as a result, with all of the things we do at BYD, we work very hard to protect our customers' resale value, and we'll have one of the highest resale values in the market moving forward.
Now, we have a question here from James. Is the servicing schedule more in line with an EV or a conventional petrol car?
So this is a plug-in hybrid, so it still has a petrol engine and still have oils and things like that to change. So servicing is more than an EV, but it's less than a conventional ICE vehicle. So the service schedules are every 12 months or 20,000 kilometers, whichever happens first, or if that petrol engine hits 10,000 kilometers. But these cars have 3 odometers on them. You've got an odometer for the total car, you've got an odometer for EV only kilometers, and you've got an odometer for when the hybrid engine is engaged. So to hit 10,000 kilometers on your petrol engine, the car's probably traveled 20 or 30,000 kilometers overall anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of the engine, Dave asks, can the engine run on 91?
Absolutely. Yep, 91.
Do any of your plug-in hybrids run on 96? Or are they all on 91?
The Sealion 6 Premium all-wheel drive is originally ran on 95, but there's been a software upgrade to run on 91. We're all about efficiency and trying to keep costs down for our customers.
A couple of comments here from the same person. This has to be the best electric brand in New Zealand. Hands down, PHEV 7-seater BYD. Thank you.
Come and drive it. Come and take a test drive.
EV4 LYF, the check is in the mail. But apparently it's going the other way because they've said, take my Moolah. Well, go and check out that QR code in the top corner there. I'm going to ask one more question to Warren, and then we're going to shut off after that. So if you do any other questions, quickly do them now. And that one, Warren, is, look, you've made lots of, comments in the past that there is a lot more product coming.
Mm-hmm.
What have we got coming in the near future? Let's run through the rest of the year for BYD.
Well, I don't like to talk about too much because, in this crazy world that we've got, you never know what turns up until it's actually here on New Zealand shores. But the product pipeline from the 1st of January, when we first received our Atto 1s and Atto 2s, is 20 models. So, in fact, next week we have Sealion 5 arriving into the country on Tuesday. We also intend to bring the Sealo 6 wagon to market this year. We've got intention to bring vans, different variants of the Shark, and there might be some upgrades to Atto 3 at some point in the second half of the year. There's a lot happening, and BYD never sits on its hands. There's always something new and exciting around the corner. I've always said we plan to have a car for every part of the market here in New Zealand, and over the next 18 months we'll do exactly that.
Mm-hmm. That's a big fan of Atto 2. It's an entirely, don't think it's just damning with faint praise. It's an entirely unremarkable car, and that is what makes it fantastic. And we've put in an order for an entry level in white, about the most unremarkable car you could buy, and I think it is brilliant because of that. Anyway, right. From Jamie, when is BYD turning on vehicle to home?
Yeah, so vehicle to home or vehicle to grid, essentially the same thing. We're doing trials right now at the moment with Atto 3, and we're going to be doing some trials with the Queenstown government-run initiative for vehicle to grid. It's likely that vehicle to grid technology will become standard from our 2027 models onwards at some point. But it does require different hardware to do that. So it'll be a standard feature from 2027.
Right. Look, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your questions. If you do have any more, call your local BYD dealer. They will be more than happy to help you out with those, and more than happy to talk to you about the BYD Sealion 8 or any of the other BYD products. Thank you so much for this morning. Thank you, Warren. And we'll catch everyone soon.
See you later.